that turtle would get about like that. And then in the fall, they would butcher and had so many different kinds of meats in a snapping turtle, you know. But Grandma Wright, she is a big fat woman, and she crocheted, made the tablecloth, and she taught Pat how to crochet and make too. I've got a tablecloth that they made that Pat had crocheted. But she was a great big fat woman, and she just sat in that chair all the time and rocked in the dining room crocheting. Well, they had an upstairs, and it was off limits, but we'd go up steps, and then we would slide down that banister, you know. And I went down at one time, and there's a sticker there, and it's got a splinter in my butt.
Shit.
Sliding down there, and they had to take me in and get the splinter out, you know. But he would go to the pool hall down there where we played dominoes. And at that time, nobody had televisions, and they had a TV down there, and you could go down there on Saturday night and look in the window and watch TV. The kids would look in there. Okay. And Grandma Wright, she would say that Grandpa's down there fooling with them hussies at the pool hall. Kept saying he's down there with them hussies are, you know. And but you'd walk along, and they had registers on the sidewalk, and somebody drop a coin, we'd get a piece of bubble gum, chew it, and put it on the stick, and we had a way of getting them coins out of them registers in town, you know.
Yeah.
They have if they win the championship in the baseball, in the center of the town there, they would build a big bonfire and set that fire, and you'd sit on the curbs and stuff. Everybody'd go to the bonfire and stuff, you know. There was a drugstore on one corner, another, Desi Williams, she worked in the dime store over there, and they had candy bins. You go in and pick out the kinds of candy you want. We'd get a quarter something, we'd go in there and get a sack, and we'd get candy. Oh, yeah. I went in the drugstore there to get something out of there, and I dropped something, and I reached, a jawbreaker, and I reached down to get it, and it went underneath the counter. Well, I got down on my knees to reach out there, and there was a $20 bill. Oh. And so I stuck it in my pocket and didn't say anything. And so I got home, and I told Dean about it, you know. And I was wanting to show you something. I pulled it out and showed him. He said, "Where'd you get that?" And I said, "Up there at the drugstore." I said, "What do you mean at the drugstore?" And I said, "Well, I bought some jawbreakers, and one of them dropped out. And I got down on my knees, and it was underneath reached under the cabinet to get the showcase to get my jawbreaker, and there was that $20 bill." Well, he says, "What are you going to do with it?" And I said, "I'm going to spend it." And he said, "Well, you better not go anywhere and break a $20 bill, because they'll call the cops and want to know why a kid's got a $20 bill, you know." And I said, "Well,
see, this is what comes of going to jail one time. You stop trusting the
he
cops."
Said that. I said, "What am I going to do with it?" And he says, "Well, I'll break it for you." I said, "You'll break it?" Yeah, he says, "I'll break it into 5s and 1s." So he broke that 20 into 5s and 1s, you know. And he said, "Now you can spend it." I said, "Okay, thanks."
Yeah.
So we got home, and he walked in the house, you know, and my dad and mom sitting there at the dining room table, you know, and he said, "Guess what?" He said, "What's happened now?" He said, "Butch got $20. "What?" Yeah, he said, "He found $20. Give it here, you know." So they took the $20, you know, because it was rough when I was a kid. I knew it was rough. And I look at it now, every Sunday at home, everybody was at home. You sat down at a dining room table, and you ate Sunday dinner. In the middle of that dining room table, there was always a bouquet of flowers. There was always a bouquet of flowers around that table one Sunday. And the whole family sat around the whole table, you know. And that's the way you lived when I was a kid, you know. The family done it. But